In this video, we are going to learn how to take apart this Philips, Saeco, or Gaggia brew group in order to give it a good, thorough cleaning as well as a greasing from the inside. So let's just get started right away. We got these screws here on the top. Now all you need is a T10 here, Torx bit, and we're going to loosen up these two screws right there on top and remove that guy. Just like so, and set that to the side. Then we can remove this guy towards the bottom. There are 4 clips on here. You can feel for them and then just press down. So that's that one. Then one on this side. You got to get them all at the same time. So I got those 2, and now I got to get the ones here in the back. 1, 2, and then it just slides right down like so and out of there. Now in here, you've got a couple of things. You got a spring. This is what they call the Kramer valve sometimes. So when you actually hear that psst, that's actually the spring compressing as the liquid is being pressured and coming through there. And then we just got to unscrew this part here on the shower screen. I already did kind of pre-clean this a little bit, but we're going to do a deep clean next. But anyway, there's also something you got to push out through here. There's a little hole right in there. We're just going to push out this little piece here that fell out. And on there's also a little O-ring. Now that O-ring seems to be kind of worn out, so we're going to replace that later. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove this screw here. And this little plastic part as well. And then there's a spring here that we can remove, stainless steel spring. And now we can remove, this is essentially a funnel here for when the coffee is dropping in. So we can kind of just wiggle that up and out of the way. Now you can see that in there, there's a little bit of mold, and that's what we want to clean. Can just press that inwards to remove this part. There's a little stainless spring here as well. So now we're getting somewhere. Remove this yellow part here. Comes straight out. Thankfully, there's not too many parts here actually. Now we're going to remove this white coupling part here. In order to do that, you're going to need a longer T10 screwdriver like this one here. And just reach through this hole, and then you can unscrew it. What else is nice is that these are different kind of screws. So this one here, you can tell is a longer screw with only threads up to here. So easy to keep track of for later. Now to remove this white part, there's also a little hook in there. So you're going to need a normal screwdriver to kind of unhook it. You're basically just prying upwards lightly on that hook. And now you can pull that guy out. And we're also going to replace the O-ring on here. Now we're almost done already. We just got a screw here, here, and here. And for that, we're going to use again our longer T10 screwdriver so that we can take the 2 side panels apart. You really have to kind of insert it deep and feel around in there to find where to insert your screwdriver. Okay, now you can remove this front panel here. All right, so now this is exposed, and what you can see are a couple of things. First of all, there's some dirt in there. We're going to clean that out. And you can see that here's the track right here. There's one of the tracks, and here's another track here. So we're going to have to grease that again later. Then we got this guy here. Now we have to also just go ahead and kind of pry this part away, because this part is holding in the piston here. You see this gray part is a piston, so we're going to just pry this away. It's being held in here by these 2 plastic clips on either side. Just pry gently. Okay, came out. And now we can remove this piston inside here simply by pressing up on this. All right, there you go. So now you can see the piston's also pretty dirty. We're going to give that a good cleaning as well. And then later we'll just grease it a little bit. And now what we can do is go ahead and put all this stuff into a bath, soak it, scrub it a little bit, make sure it's nice and clean, dry it off, and then put it back together with some grease. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just toss all the pieces in there. This is hot water, and I'm gonna put some coffee detergent in there as well. So we're gonna let that sit in there for a bit, and I will put a link for some coffee detergent so that you can clean off your equipment. But in the meantime, it's gonna soak. Next step, cleaning. All right, now it's time to dry all this stuff off. Maybe clean out a little bit of the nooks and crannies yet, and then we can grease it up and get it put back together. If you have a look here, for example, some stuff just doesn't want to come real clean without some more negotiation. So if you got some Q-tips, you can get the stuff that's just like kind of crusted up in the corner there. Oh, gross. So let's get the rest of that, dry it off, and then get it greased up. Alrighty, so anyhow, my kit has come in the mail with all the gaskets and stuff in it. So let's just put this guy back together now. Let's start with the main gasket here. We're gonna replace that guy. Now these kits are not expensive. You can just kind of push the rubber together and use a little spatula tool like that to remove it. And we're gonna put the new one on. Now what they also suggest is to put a little bit of this food safe grease on there right away. So might as well do that. Just lube that guy up a little bit and put that on there. Good. The next thing was this guy, right? So we're gonna take that O-ring, oops, and replace that guy as well. Zhoop. And this guy goes right in here. That's gonna come on a bit later. Stick that guy on there and down in, just like so. Very good. Now what I think we should do is go ahead and put some grease here in the tracks after we clean this. So the track runs this way, so make sure that it's got some decent grease in it. I'm gonna put just a little bit here too in the circle because that moves as well. Why not? So that is greased. Then we can go ahead and take this unit here. And since we have these tracks here as well, I'm just gonna grease the track a little bit on, oops, both sides. All right, now the track is good. And now we can go ahead and put this just like so. That is the basic position. I'm gonna take this and put this right in here like so. Next, we're going to take the other side and put the other side on right away. And line it up. Looking good. Now we can screw it together. Keep in mind that you are screwing stainless into plastic, so don't over torque that sucker. Make sure it's nice and snug. Okay, good. Now what we can do is take this piston here and probably just put a little bit of lube on that because that also moves up and down. And the piston, right, we grab it from this side. So we have to put the larger opening here. This is the longer opening. This is the shorter one. So we're gonna put the longer one to this side where it gets grabbed. And we're gonna drop it in like so. And push it down. And now we need to grab this guy. This is the orientation that this goes in. So this is right side up. Not like that, but like so. We need to kind of first sneak this inside. And then catch this guy here, the piston, with the tip. And then push it into place. So you can see here, I'm catching with the nose of this guy, I'm catching this gray piston, and now we have to snap it into place. Oh, got it. Okay, good. Now we can go ahead and take this guy here. We're going to remove the old O-ring and put a new one on there as well. So just kind of sneak up underneath there with like a spudger tool and slide that guy on there like so. Now I just have to stick this right in there with the hook towards the top. Very nice. And we remembered that it's this screw that goes in here. So I'm going to start it like so and screw it in. Now to put this assembly back together, just the way you found it, so that the spring still works. And you can see that this, which was full of mold before, is now clean, which is nice. Might as well stick this guy in there right away. This yellow part. Okay. And now we have to kind of sneak this part here into, there's like a cam groove here. So you have to sneak the nose of this into that cam groove. And we have to kind of just sneak this part down on this side. Yeah, just like that. Now we'll put the bracket back on. I suppose we'll put the spring on first. So just make sure that the spring is put in like so. Then we can put the bracket on top with that one little screw. Now we can go ahead and put this little brew unit back together with the other small stainless screw. And we need to remember the orientation. This was this way, so we're going to slide this up underneath here and into place. Very nice. And now we're almost done. Now we have to take our Crema spring with this little head on it there, stuff that guy right in here. Zip. And now there is one more gasket here to change out. Might as well while we're at it. So this little black gasket we're going to remove and put a new one on. Very good. Now we just have to put this guy on and we are back in business. All right, let's just make sure it works all the way now. So it will push all the way up to the piston. And can I get it all the way back down? Does it travel all the way? Oh yeah, oh, very nice. Now it's in the neutral position again.
Before we give this unit back, we better just vacuum it out real good. Get in there with a Q-tip as well to dislodge all that debris. So it's looking better again.
We might as well, so while we're at it, put some new O-rings. Oops, on this coupler part here. The thing about these stainless screws is that they're not magnetic at all. So depending on the grade of stainless, you know, be careful because you can easily drop them. But anyway, let's take this guy out of there. And we're gonna replace this guy and we should replace those two in the back as well. So that's what these red ones in the kit are for. Clean that sucker off too right away. Bell lube for the gasket. That's better. Second one. Great. But before I put that one on, I think there's two more in here. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna replace these guys too. Those were the two old ones. And here are two new ones. Might as well just put them right here on this guy. It's a good feeling to get all this renewed. This is going back to where my wife works. She's at a hospital. And the ladies will be happy at the hospital that they have a machine that works again. And that's not disgusting. So there we go, number 1. Number 2. It's really easy to do. You know, these O-rings, they run, you know, they run out of life after a certain amount of time, so just replace those guys as well. Now we're gonna put the brew group in there, and you can see that this guy transfers the water to the brew group through this guy here. And then the exit here on the brew group goes up there. All right, excellent. I hope that this video is helpful for you guys. If so, make sure to leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel, and until next time, wish you happy coffee drinking, happy espresso drinking. Bye now.